Hello and welcome back to One Way Designs 238. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. If this is your first time here, welcome. And I do hope that you will subscribe, hit the notification bell, and leave me a comment because I love talking to you guys. So jumping right into today's project, I have this piece of Easter wall art decor that I got from the Dollar Tree. And as you see, I removed the bunny art from the front, and I've also removed the ribbon, and I'm going to remove the staples from the back, sand that down to make sure that everything is nice and flat. So I got this piece of wood from Lowe's for maybe around $1.48, and I'm going to use this to make a frame. So to do so, I'm going to first measure my two shorter ends of this piece of wall art. And after I have measured them, I am then going to cut them using my miter box. And after I have cut them, I'm just going to go ahead and use a piece of sandpaper, and I'm going to make sure that those ends are nice and smooth. So now to get the measurements for my longer ends, sides, what I'm going to do is simply take that piece of wood that's left over, and I'm going to measure from the inside of those two pieces that are on my sides or my ends. As you see, measure it just like so, and then I'm going to cut out both of these side pieces accordingly. So once I have everything cut out, I'm going to again sand everything down, make sure it's nice and smooth, and then I'm going to give this 2 coats of my white Waverly chalk paint. And you guys, you don't have to do it in white Waverly chalk paint. You can also stain it, however you like to do. So now I'm going to go on with the rest of the project. I have this really nice placemat that I found from the Dollar Tree. So I want these arrows, the gray arrows, to point inward. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the first end of this board with the arrows going to pointing to my left. Then I'm going to turn the mat where the arrows are facing my right. And then I'll cut that down as well. Now when I'm cutting the mat, I am cutting it a little bit larger than what it needs to be, because as always, we know that anytime we get something from the Dollar Tree, as much as we love it, it's not always straight. It can be a little wonky. So now to attach the pieces or adhere them to this, I need to be sure that they are going to be in the middle. So just to do this, this is the little trick I do. I got a piece of paper, cut it down to the length of my board, fold it down in half, and that's how I got my line. So now to attach or adhere this placemat to this piece of wall art, what I am doing is I am going to go ahead and put down a really nice layer of Mod Podge. Don't skimp on the Mod Podge. Now the reason I am putting this on the bare side is because I don't want any of that bright colors or glitter from the Easter sign to be peeping through. So you guys, if this is your first time here, I humbly would ask that you would please subscribe, like, and comment. And please turn on your notification bell because I've got a lot of great stuff coming your way. So now I'm bringing in those pieces of the placemat, and I am going to go ahead and place them where the darker gray arrows are facing each other, just like so. Now, this is also another reason why I have cut a little extra length or width, that is, from those placemats, because in order for those arrows to line up, sometimes you're going to have to shift them to make it line up just right. So you can let this dry first and then cut it down, or you can cut it down while it's wet. I didn't have the patience to wait for it to dry because I was really excited about this project. But anyway, you go ahead and trim down the excess of the placemat. And this is what it looks like. So now it's time to attach my frame. And what I did first was on the top portion of my frame, I took these little white hooks that I did get from Walmart, and I just screwed it right in the middle of the top portion. So I'm going to take some of this new cemented adhesive from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to use this along with my hot glue. You can use the Fix All, or you can use any other strong adhesive that you would like. And to attach these, I'm going to, of course, put down one end first, and I'm going to make sure that those two long side pieces stay there so that everything is where it needs to be. Once I've got the first end down, I'm going to do the second end. And then I will just simply take the two sides and glue those down. So once that's been done, I'm just bringing in these staples, and I am going to make sure that everything is stapled down nice and securely. Now, after I have stapled everything, I'm going to go back and make sure that everything is painted, all touch-ups are done. So, to bring in my hanging portion of this wall decor, I have this plastic globe that comes with the bottom portion from the Dollar Tree. What I am simply doing is bringing in my hot tool, and I am just melting 3 holes in a Y formation so that my chains will hang nice and evenly. Anytime you use this product, but that tool, make sure that you do so in a ventilated area. So now I have a chain that comes from the hanging wire planter from the Dollar Tree. Now I counted down 13 on each of these strands, and all I did was simply open up the 14th chain and remove the rest of that chain. So on that 13th chain, I am simply going to take the hook and I'm going to reattach it, as you see. So I'm now taking the 3 chains and I'm just going to connect this to my upside down terrarium, so to speak. You have to work a little bit to get it on there, but hey, once you get it on there, it's on there. It's nice and solid. You guys, I want you to be on the lookout for a giveaway. I have officially reached over 200 subscribers, and I'm so happy and so excited. The hook that's at the top of those chains, I just simply took it and bent it in. So now you can see the look that we are going for. Guys, I'm so excited about this. So now the back of this piece of wall art, I'm just simply going to cover it with some craft paper. I got this tip from Caitlin from Crafts by Caitlin, and also Dee from She's So Crafty EE. Because you want your products to look nice and finished if you're going to give them away or sell them. So now to do the part that's going to actually have my piece hanging from the wall, I'm just simply using some wire. You can use twine if you would like, but I'm going to use wire. I simply staple the piece of wire and then I go back and forth stapling it to make sure that it's nice and secure, excuse me. And I do this to both sides. And once I have attached that hanging apparatus, this piece of wall art is going to be ready to be hung up. So I'm going to set this up and I'm going to show you exactly how it looks. Here it is. I think that this piece of wall art is so clean, it's modern, but it's so nice. So you see on the inside of my clear upside down terrarium, all I did was fill it with some of those multicolored pebbles, and I put just the head of a succulent on the inside. I think this looks really nice in my kitchen because again, it looks really clean. It looks nice and refreshing. You guys, I hope that you have enjoyed today's project. As always, take this, make it your own to fit your decor in your home. I really hope that you enjoyed today's project. I had fun making it. As always, my prayer for you is that you stay healthy and that you stay blessed in this pandemic that we're going through. Until next time, be blessed, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.